Oh, so bear with my energy today. Fighting some serious anxieties about my living situation. I'm not that I'm getting evicted or anything. It's just a former employer is kind of coming back to bite me again about their shitty practices. So if my energy's not 100% today, I apologize. Those who are in the Final Fantasy 14 Discord, you can check the relevant channel for that. I plan to open up a streamer Discord at some point. I got other shit I need to get in line before I do that. But no, I'm doing this because like I'm not backing down from this stream. Because like I kept typing up that I was gonna do that I was gonna do it today on this day, and I also like streaming because it does help me get past my social anxieties. So like I'm going forward with the stream. There's no stopping that. I'm doing today and tomorrow was unfortunately tentative, as much as I would love to stream some more Sea of Thieves because that game is an absolute blast with other people. Tomorrow, on the other hand, is definitely going to be tentative because depending on how fast they respond to this and what the results are, will deeply affect how streaming for me goes in the future. This isn't going to be like my last streaming week. It's just I may need like a whole week off to recollect myself and figure out how to push my stream to other people even harder without being obnoxious, which may just result in me being obnoxious anyways, because, you know, fuck people. They don't want to see it, they don't have to see it. They can fucking, you know, ignore the stream link. But yeah, it was a lovely thing to wake up to this morning, getting a message about, you know, the fact that my past company may not have filed that that I was terminated until like yesterday, even though the documentation was dated for like January 18th. I don't know if it, like, I doubt anybody from Hostwinds is gonna be, you know, watching the stream, but if they do come across it, fuck you, Hostwinds. Fuck you, Peter. You need to work. You need to make your termination documentation a lot more clear instead of ambiguous as fuck, where literally everybody who has read it thus far is completely fucking confused about whether or not it was a fired or laid off. Fuck you. Like, that's my sentiment to you right now, Hostwinds. Fuck you. Anyways, we should be starting shortly. I'm getting some caffeine in me. I'm also, well, I was debating on clipping that, but I'm actually going to edit that specifically and not put it on Twitch because yeah. That would be really weird to go and to have like somebody shout me out in another stream and have that clip of all clips. The forehead that's been getting progressively bigger for the past few weeks is Dan from Xenogears. His little fucking gremlin that like I was just completely baffled by his design, but I've grown during the playthrough way back in my first year of my second attempt at streaming, which is this is the second this year and the past year that has gone on is technically my second attempt at streaming. At this point I'm tempted to put up just chatting for the amount of talk I'm doing right now, but you know what, actually I'm gonna do that right quick because we're gonna be doing some talking here before we kick it off. I'm gonna stream Valhalla to the best of my ability, like for as long as I can, where the goal is still gonna be to finish the day and gauge what the next day is gonna be. But for now, because I'm like trying to quell the nerves, I'm gonna set myself to just chatting so Twitch doesn't have any issues. Again, the goal is to stream Valhalla. That's happening today. I just need like to talk my way through a bit of this panic. But yeah, it's Dan from Xenogears. He's a little fucking gremlin in the game. He's an underutilized character just because the history of Xenogears is a fucking shit show. It was the creator wanted to do this really big sprawling RPG that covers a lot of cool things, and like you can if you ever play Xenogears, it's on my YouTube channel. You like just look up Lockwood Mucker Rocks Raws. The full stream, it's crusty as fuck because this is before we got the really good audio set up. One moment. Okay, yeah. Xenogears is like the stream that we did to kick off this whole stream situation originally is on YouTube. It's very crusty. I actually had to re-edit a couple of streams, and one of the archives got had to get re-uploaded on YouTube because we had internet connection issues at the time. Uh, Yeah, well, just whoever's there. Nexus is also there, and Asphodel is also there. But yeah, if you want to check out the Xenogears stream or just play Xenogears, honestly, I highly recommend playing Xenogears and harassing Square Enix to let the creator do a remake or actually have the game back, because it's also in purgatory at Square Enix. But yeah, that's more or less what that little Dan character that's been getting progressively bigger is from. He's a little fucking gremlin, is what he is. But yeah, well, I'll be starting here in a bit. Just there's a couple of things I need to finish getting setting up, so I'm gonna set us back to Valhalla here. Okay, I am officially set up. Everything should be good to go, and we are in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we look to be in. All right. So let's load. All right. Alright. Rise and shine. That was the worst yawn. Ah! Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekdays and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there are some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knights they spot. Not only are the White Knights the problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Say is okay. Should we be blah? Should we? I know, like, I shouldn't be getting frustrated at myself for botching lines like this. It's literally a fly by the seat of the pants sort of thing. Okay. Should we be worried about Gil? Oh, I had a burp. That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is he's doing, he's safe. Drinks fucking coming up. Dare I say even safer whenever he is, or wherever he is, than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. No, I'm fine. No, it's just because stirring and churning's not that kind of acid reflux. I'll be fine. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. Oh, this is literally the day. All right. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, want to hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. Oh, the moment it went into full visual novel mode, I feel like, yeah, there's definitely more going on here. I did tell you you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say, to one of us getting through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here. Oh, shit. That's my bad. There, okay. Also, the game's music's not going. That's my bad, again. Ah! The crustiest of streams. Come on in, then. Excuse me? What, man? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me, though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the Kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Alright, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, absolutely professional stream. Honestly, with how this game is, like, it's a genuine you probably wouldn't notice sort of thing. Yeah, I left it at home when, yeah, when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. I'm gonna pop my chat out real quick here. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago, and it's too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Some flea market ages ago? Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Nothing. It's just like I had. It's just like I had many years ago. What happened to it? You're good, Nexus. Too much use. It just ripped. Huh, I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyways. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 if, plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take time. The cat stare. Human. Wait.
Human, you must feed me. Give me pettings and lovings that I deserve. For you are beneath me, and I am above you. Now watch as I will push this bottle off the table. Yes.
Hey, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of fur glaring in my general direction. It also pushed a bottle off the table. I don't know why it does that. It's kind of weird. Huh? Oh, that's just four. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. They'll warm up to you, though. Just give him time.
The other human says that I warm up, but that is blatantly false. They shall become accustomed to my presence.
He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat? They usually have green.
Got the coffee one.
Eh, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. You have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. A bear? Dana exercising her right to bear arms. It's what?
Hello, Alana Cat here. Sorry I was a little late. I was taking care of stuff.
Good old Bosco. Kept the truth away better than any dog. Yeah, it's a bear. The bear. Right. This picture isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? Ah, framed picture on printed paper. so vintage. Who are those? Are these? Who are these? Who are these? Who are these? That's, one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh. Is this a recent pic, or... Actually, that one's from 3 to 4 years ago. They look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you break up on good terms then? Even hesitated a bit. Calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. It just went away. Haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing. You look so happy in the pic.
We're like,
Why have her pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off of something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs, putting your head on their chest and listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. Them waking you up, saying that you smell differently when you're awake. Saying that your nostrils flare sometimes. I don't know. I felt nostalgic. Then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I felt like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Exclamation mark? Looks like an envelope. That's nothing, no, please give that to me. Nope, alright. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyways, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Okay, so I already feel like this is going to be a situation of, depending on how much I drink, we'll give different results.
you have a 12-pack of beer, and she's saying that's what?
Yeah? Damn, that's a lot of beer. You have lots of beer. Oh, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more a Pilsner. In English, please.
You work at a bar, lady.
This one's lighter. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Donna, doesn't taste like a lighter to me. This one made with that. What was that? What was the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Nutriogenic diametrical liduginol or indiol? Decametrical. Oh, yeah, I did that right. Decametrical. It's a supplement or something, right? It was experimental fluid that they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted the water supplies. Woo, okay. No, I know. I'm just like clicking it whenever it seems funny. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And drank. And this one is made. With it. Let's see. Yep, here it is near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Okay, cornstarch and beer. I guess that makes sense.
Really good.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Cornstarch. It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks.
Supposed to be the future after all, yeah?
Yeah, I see. And I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. You're a fucking nerd. I shot at you, but you know. Nerd. Guilty as charged.
SNL said that they drank 8 full cans in a row.
Wow.
What did that do to your character?
Probably made her, probably changed the dialogue. I still have that bottle of rum around, somewhere around. You want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. You consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Oh, I ended up with all 12 drink. Jesus! I don't know. What, with being my boss and all? Never was too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Oh. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway.
Which flavor is that?
Mega Potion. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face.
Does it make you uncomfortable? Time for a new beer.
I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, I don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyways, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think. And everyone did not talk about what happened then.
Yeah, that's a drink.
Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go. I can dish out. I can go dish out the pain.
Dana.
No, nothing of the sort. Different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess.
No, that would be not able to.
I'm glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compared it to having a dildo-shaped trophy? Did you just call me a dildo face?
I would go.
That's what friends are for. Hey boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Gil exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean? Who the fuck is he? Oh yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain Gil was in the Hong Kong riots. And he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but... What? So far, I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and in France during that time frame. And it's always like, yeah, and it's always like that. When I think I have a clue as to who he is, something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. I guess it's troublesome. A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? Make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much though, and there's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. The second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that's been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? Or how did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. What? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. Drink.
Is he the same person? Did you just drink like 80% of your beer in one gulp?
No, I've been hitting the button randomly.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of drink.
I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I judge him for what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time. Sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I could take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You made the bar more lively yourself, you know? Huh, how so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Opening one for Donovan. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. Yeah, she's a nice girl, you know? I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. So that's the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. You have bad relations? Bad relations with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone aside from my mom. Or my mom, dad, and my aunt. But back to Alma, I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one. I can't help but want her to succeed. Yeah. He's gonna take a drink. Take a drink in real life too of caffeine. Checking something real quick. Nope. Bear with me a moment. I'm keeping an eye on my emails to make sure I'm not like... Yeah. Okay. Ah, I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen a lot of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes it with such childish excitement. Ah. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilum can be weird. You think? Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they just lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might even might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they're different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC 72. It's a social interactions model or something.
Nerd.
Let them get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose. So I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilum's a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip. Bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them... Yeah. And dolls is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, you know they're called Lilum. Or do you know why they're called Lilum? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilum are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Ah, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you by Julian, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that. It's no big secret. It's the one of those.
Still.
Oh, it's no big. Yeah, sorry. There's no big secret that, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything, from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. She really is. It didn't help that it was one of the. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got, strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show was about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. Okay, that actually sounds cool. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies. Ah. And yet she still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed.
That's like an adult's dream at some point, is becoming younger.
Right? I'd say it was pretty ambitious, a pretty ambitious kids show. Even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got excited there. And that is the problem. Back then, I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her, I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about things I did back then. I didn't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Yeah, sounds rough. You know, most girls worried about their thighs at that age. Or that age? I'm worried about a jerk ass singing the theme tune of the show, mocking me. Anyways, every time somebody calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. God hates kids, source. I am barely not a kid. Yeah. Or gods, I hate kids. Yeah, sorry. Whoa. Reading comprehension is not my strong suit today. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? Or come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight kids bigger than me. That's kind of what I'm doing now, and it's kind of... Yeah. And then puberty happened, and it became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little, and the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Not of old age. My dad says his last words were something like, "Fucking science has created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question? I'm curious about you. Really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Huh. What you tell me, though? Seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit. I've actually heard that one since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people did you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in the circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyways,
I'm rubber, I'm blue, or you're rubber and I'm blue, or whatever.
Something like that. I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. And when you called for the helmet thing, that one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too. I got the idea from her, actually. Huh. It's called N1RV NA. If you thought this city was dangerous, oh look, the sequel. You should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. Yeah, it means it was an annex to another business. What else did she do there? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I hope the devs do go forward with making it. But like, if something happened that caused it to be delayed indefinitely, it's totally understandable. Also, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I see that Alana hit the wrong buttons for a moment there.
Alright.
Yeah, your channel was unmuted, and another channel was also unmuted. I pushed the main two buttons that muted everything.
Oh,
That's fine, that's fine, okay, it's fine, it probably was me then. So, whatever. No big deal. I might have accidentally hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you. I just thought you like reached over and hit the mute button or unmute button. Dog.
You could have just asked me instead of saying that I didn't.
Oh, it happened. I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened up Nirvana B in the hotel instead. Huh. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. Oh. Thank you. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you and Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi,
Jack of all trades, huh?
apparently. Got the chimney sweep. I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way.
Somebody call Mary Poppins. This lady's crazy.
Mostly because they're the ones that don't that want. No, mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was a pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friends since moving here is Alma and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And, you know, he's a cat.
I'm 3 cats.
He's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know? Hey, boss, what will you do when the bar closes? Or, hey, boss, what do you... Blah! Hey, boss, what will you do when the bar closes? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer for working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. Huh, I see. Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If that trusts another bar's owner, it's certainly him.
My mic was covering the chat. Not...
Okay, yeah, it's in a spot. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throat is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe.
Didn't get the whole back.
And the interlude. Either that or credits. I mean, there's gonna be victory laps and stuff. Ah, chapter 2.
What was chapter 1?
I forget. Okay, so get a Daruma and
It gets distracted easily.
Also, holy shit, 8,000.
You remember though that everything's inflated. It's probably about the same amount that we pay.
No, we pay even high for our standards.
Well, actually, to be honest, she probably pays a lot less than we do. She's just one person in a looks like a studio.
Yeah, that's kind of the game plan. So, go get a Daruma. Let's see, Daruma. Beer on discount. First page. Oh, yeah, cracked Daruma. Boop. Oh, they got a double click. Bop and bop. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I need to just do my best here. Alrighty, so that's good to go. Let's see what's going on. Apollo Bank being attack threat and confirmed situation has reached finally reached a stand. The attacker was shot dead, but a huge amount of data was released on servers all around the world. Remember the leaks from Alice? Those were nothing compared to this. Proof of corruption, money laundering, espionage. It's actually pretty unsettling. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So in short, make sure that I do double drinks where I can. And the file is approximately 60,000 sources, terabytes that contain all operations from Glitch City. Damn. So in short, this entire thing is just... yeah, holy fuck. I just said there's a lot of people inside. Yeah, it's probably old data that I'm missing there. Yep. More or less.
I mean, that can happen in a job. Look at mine.
So a hacker hanging out helping hostages and escape, and they're suspecting of Alice. Yup. Augmented arm.
Dirty laundry. I just did our laundry.
Well. What?
Like.
Oh. Yeah, I should probably do that real quick. I'm gonna wait till after. They're probably not gonna go. Sorry.
Okay. Just it's not like I'm doing anything right now.
Okay.
Just gonna toss it.
Okay. Famous hacker, yep. Ellis Rabbit.
I'll be right back.
What? No, we're good. No, I don't have any drop frames on my end, so we look to be kosher. I would only respond with a calm, not the shit again. Nano Camo is now making smart underwear. Also, oh, that's right. 4 is also talking.
You just thought about looking up prices.
Did not. Oh, accidentally scrolled Steam there. Alright, and I am going to do a save. Day 7. Alrighty, I think that's it for me here. On that end, the music thing, yeah, that's just... Everything is good to go on that. So we got the Daruma, and I think that's all I need to worry about. So, oh, off we go. Goody, Gil? Oh, hey guys. How the hell did you get in? You know, I don't know. I've also noticed that as well. Like, there's a certain Pokemon in Shield, both Shield and Sword alike, that are just weirdly difficult to find for no reason. Shit. Okay, cool.
I told
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just glancing at things like the nervous little fucking wreck I am. You know, I know I'm like digressing because this is in the back of my head, but I may have forgotten that they're gonna review some shit. Then this just may be them following up and making sure it's not like I may be having anxieties over nothing right now, or at least I'm telling myself that to not make myself, have further anxieties.
Well, here, am I muted or?
No, you're not muted.
Okay, I just want you to know that we're here to help.
Yeah. Well, that's why
I have your back with what I can. You know, we'll be fine and we'll get through.
Also welcome, Milk. And another reason why I'm streaming today,
Good
despite
morning,
my worries and anxieties, I wanted to find out if my genuine feel about streaming being like a calming situation for me, because I keep saying that it is outside of stream, but like, I think I can confidently say that like my passion for streaming is actually genuine and not me just like trying to honeymoon it right now. Like I'm actually like rather zen for some reason doing this.
Also, Asphodel, he's got this issue where when he worries, he gets super paranoid.
Yeah.
So yes, it's better to worry about nothing than to worry over something, but he'll give himself like indigestion and all kinds of crap, and then he'll get super shaky, and then it'll be nothing, and then he'll just kind of collapse, and he'll need to sleep for almost a whole day.
Yeah, there was one point. It was fairly early on in the streaming time where like there was like one day where or 1 month where I streamed like a lot less suddenly, and that was just me having panics and having times where I just fell asleep and slept 12 plus hours. My body's fucking weird. And the moment I actually have a job or this becomes a sustainable situation is like the moment I'm actually gonna go get myself checked out by a doctor, because I don't know, maybe I have like some brain issues I'm not aware of. But
who doesn't?
Yeah, I know, right? But it's again, on back on the thing that I was originally talking about, it feels really good to actually sit here and think and go, no, yeah, my passion for doing this streaming is genuine. Like, it's good to not think about my anxieties while doing this. It's a very good distraction.
Well, because your friends have gathered to talk to you to see you have fun.
Yeah.
And they're having fun as well, otherwise they wouldn't be here.
This has been the most, like,
also
the most real topic stream I've ever had.
The milkiest milk there reminded me. I had ice cream yesterday and I forgot to take my Lactaid, right?
Oh no!
No, I feel fine today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Can you get over lactose intolerance out of nowhere?
Yes. You can build up enzymes for that.
I wonder if it's taking the Lactaid made my body realize it needs the enzymes and made them, and now I'm fine. As much as I don't like drinking, I do like eating ice cream.
That's plausible. That's why I occasionally request we get milk when we go shopping, because if I don't have milk for a long enough a period of time, you can just suddenly become lactose intolerant.
Because your body goes, oh, well, I guess I don't need this no more.
Yeah.
I wish it would do that with our appendixes without causing us problems.
That's a different story, and technically you don't need an appendix.
I know. That's what I was saying. I wish our body would just go, well, I don't need this anymore, without actually causing pain and suffering. Possible death.
I do believe the downside about not having an appendix, though, is your liver takes a little bit more of the load. Because your appendix is just a...
Your appendix is basically a buffer because it's expecting you to eat, like, tree branches and bark and shit.
No, it's a toxin processing organ.
Yeah, from eating things as cave people would that they didn't know they were supposed to eat.
No, it's been long enough that if we didn't need that organ, it would be like it would have evolved out by now. It's not a vestigial organ, it's just a non-vital organ. And it is dangerous for it to be ruptured, but your body still needs that organ.
I mean, it's dangerous for any of your organs.
It would prefer to have that organ because that's less work for your liver to do.
Like tonsils?
Yeah, like tonsils.
I don't know what tonsils are for, though. They're just lumps in your throat. I still have them.
I believe tonsils are actually just to tell you that if they get bumped, it's to tell your body to go, yeah, you don't need that.
What do you mean?
Like if you eat something too big.
Wait, is that the pain that I feel when I take too big a gulp of soda and it...
Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah, our meat mechs are complex and weird machines. That is a very good way of putting it. Anyways, back onto the game here. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this right now because
that reminds me of that Star Trek episode where they find that crystal that's actually a living being, and he's like ugly sacks of mostly water. That's pretty much what we are.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a Trekkie nerd here.
Anyways, how the hell did she get in? I have a copy of the key. I have a copy of the key. Remember? Wait, that's how you greet me after so many days? I never doubted you'd be fine. Yeah, I know, right? I want to send mine back too. I got a lot of medical problems that are not officially diagnosed.
We're unfortunately not like Willem and Kent. Sorry.
Also, was he always wearing that little skin suit thing going on here? Or have I just not paid attention to that?
It's that's not a shadow. Looks like he's wearing a turtleneck.
It looks like a skin suit because it's got the throat lines and hints at a collarbone.
I never noticed. We'll have to go back through one of your previous streams.
Yeah. Look through the recordings. If anything, I'd have to cut your paycheck for leaving for so many days without notice. See, Jill? He'll be here on Monday like nothing ever happened. Wait, why does he have a copy of the key and I don't? It ain't for you having a key never arose. True. Anyway, glad you're fine, Gil. Thanks, I guess. What? You gonna make me wash the bathrooms again? Not today. Listen, I don't know who the hell you really are or what's trying to come back to bite you in the ass. But remember, there are people that actually care about you. Don't just leave like you did. Especially after all hell broke loose. At least give us a sign that you're still alive. So you were worried? Isn't that normal? When it comes to you, I don't know.
Oof.
Shut up, you. She's right, though. You shouldn't make ladies worry so much. Check if the cats didn't move the internet antenna, would you? Fine, fine. Hey, boss, why did you leave the hoodie at my place? Because it's yours? But I told you you could keep it. Sorry, I couldn't find it in myself to take it. Why? Partly because it didn't feel right taking it. But mostly because I thought you'd totally look cute with it. I see. Don't think I'm rejecting a gift of yours. It's just... preserving the cuteness is one of my principles. Right. Hey, still worry about the whole bar closure thing? And the cats are trying to push the antennas off. You just hear that, son?
How dare you stand against me, human!
Also just realized my mic is really fucking loud.
Gil would be out there like trying to back off that. Back off! No, don't touch that. Fucking.
So for the record, my mic being all for the record, my mic being all messed up. I was playing Sea of Thieves last night, and I had to turn my gain up around a little bit because I was doing a voice that was causing a lot of peaking. I was doing a whole lot of this, so I might use that voice in for one of the characters at some point. There was a lot of me shouting, "The crew will die! The crew will perish!" Of course I am. Not like I can't work because of it, but, you know, all we can do is enjoy whatever time we have left here as best as we can. You know, I'm still to this day, I'm impressed I have weird fits of ranges like that. Like, sometimes it just happens on whim, and I realize, oh, I can do that voice. Also, why is my money value really high suddenly? Or is that just the bar money value?
That might be what's in your till currently.
That might be. All we can do is enjoy whatever time we have left here as best as we can. Yeah. Okay, fair. So, it being in the till, fair enough. So, cheer up. Clients smell sadness and fear, and we don't want that. I'll go to my office.
That's all she ever
Okay.
does.
Antenna's fine. Did I miss anything? No, not really. Anyways, let's start the day.
Why doesn't Gil ever make drinks? Like I understand she's the bartender, but like, what does he do when she's not tending bar?
He just tends to different customers. I've wondered if they would ever considered like making a game specifically for him, where we find out what goes on with him.
I hope we find that one song that I really like. We never could figure out which one it was.
Yeah, Gil does make drinks. Hold up. Okay.
Oh, the elusive sneeze.
The ever elusive sneeze. Perhaps one day there will be a sneeze reveal. Let's see, March the White Knight. Ah. Those who dwell in shadows. That. Answer less than. I would hope so, because that's like, he's got a lot of background going to him that's like completely unexplained.
Are you taking one from each page?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Or sort of, I guess.
And time to mix drinks and change lives. Oh yeah, heal. Glad to see you're fine. I mean it. Huh, thanks. Excuse me, I'm looking for Dana Zane. May I have your name? Tell her it's Brian. Just a sec. Boss! Some Brian guy is looking for you. Tell him I'll be there in a bit. She'll, you heard her. Also, yeah, I feel you. It was actually pretty hot here, earlier this week.
Pretty hot? As in, like, 109 to 12 degrees?
Yeah, it was pretty fucking hot.
I think in Celsius, that's in the 40s?
I want to say that's in the 40s, yeah.
43, I think, was 109? I'm not 100% no, because I'm not good at
It's alright, I'll wait.
Oh, look, there's it.
Definitely not having a burp reveal, though.
Yeah. I do. I
That's
reveal
weird.
my burp.
Yeah. Also, I would have been happy for the thunderstorm situation, because I love thunderstorms.
No.
It's weird for someone to come asking for her, though. It's not so weird when you're BTC's regional manager in these parts. Yeah, I guess that's... I guess that didn't give you the best first impression. Don't worry, I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not a fan of people treating me too nicely because of my position anyways. Oh, fuck.
Right.
Handle me like I'm just another client. Alright, I can do that. What can I get you, Mr. Bryan? Let's go with the basics. A sugar rush, please. Coming right up.
Just don't fuck this one up.
Alright,
you haven't
so
yet.
sugar rush. I'm gonna give this guy a double. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2.
No, let's stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mix. Stop. Sugar rush. Here. Nah, I'm just gonna get the manager a little bit drunk.
That make it easier for him to deal with her.
Yeah, this one's nice. It's also a small drink, so I don't even think the actual size itself. But fuck it. I mean, again, it seemed to work pretty nicely. Yeah, this one's nice. Back in training, they made a big deal about out of sugar rushes, huh? Or why? They're like the fried eggs and mixed drinks. The most basic thing, but people can still mess them up. Yeah, fried eggs is definitely a very basic thing to do.
I make best fried egg.
Sugar rushes are simple enough that you only need to follow the instructions. Can't even do that? Your future as a bartender is not bright. Huh. They never told me that. And yeah, I kind of assume so. Like, if it's explicitly stated, it's, hey, you should do that.
Isn't that kind of a thing bartenders will do to get you to spend more money anyways, is make it large unless you specify tiny drink?
Yeah.
I've been to bars.
You chill, right? Yep, that's me. Dana has talked quite a bit about you. Really? And I guess you must have a few questions for me, am I right?
That must be that dude that she's hunting Bill on there.
Mostly concerning the closure warning Valhalla got. Can you disclose any information? I shouldn't, but you have the right to know. Yeah, I expect 100%ing this game to be very long, but we'll see how it goes. Huh, thanks. Don't mention it. Now, where to start? Saw the news information leaked during the Apollo Trust Bank incident, right? About the White Knights having lots of members from criminal organizations in their ranks? Turns out the White Knights weren't the only ones with shady people. Some of those same folks have been trying to elude legal problems using BTC-certified bars. The BTC bars have their own protocols, meaning the White Knights can't dig too deeply. At least, not without going through a ton of paperwork first, giving the criminals time to cover their tracks. Although it takes a bit time to set up, apparently has proven an effective method for money laundering. Where does Valhalla come in? Young bars are the ones under the radar right now, and the modest to low income ones are primary suspects. It's not just Valhalla. Any small bar with a small income is being investigated heavily right now. So closure notice is due to low sales. Among the reasons a bar can get axed, low sales is the rarest one. Low sales are a problem. Lots of bars will close every year. You'll find out soon enough, huh? Sorry? Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Seems your guess was spot on, Gil. Hmm? If it helps, I'm doing my best to appeal you in your place. Really? Why? Most of Glitch City's bars are a pain in the ass. They constantly give reports of chemical damage or shady drinks. This is one of the few places from which I almost never receive complaints. Closest thing to a recent complaint was the whole Farmer Fabrics affair from a little while ago. Ah, yes. The dogs. So much saliva. I wouldn't get my hopes up, though. Especially since the BTC would try to save face by axing as many suspects as possible. Knowing you're making an effort is enough. Thanks. Can I get you anything? Or can I get you anything else? Now that I remember, the Recipe Book has a drink created here, right? Oh, something else. Oh, the alpaca. Right. Oh yeah, the suplex. Give me one of those, please. Sure. Get Brian a suplex. Suplex! So, let's get a double down.
On the rocks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 flanner guides. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 and 6 Camatrines. 3, 4, 5, 6. On the rocks. And mix it, wow. Suplex. Here you go. Registry form said this was an accident while making a pile driver. You can ask the creator of the drink just over there. Ah, so you're Robert. Yes, that's my name. I'm Robert, the one and only. Jill called you Gil, though. It's Argentinian slang. Robert here is from Argentina, so we call him Gil. Huh. I see.
Sounds like she's everything.
Sorry, Brian, I was sorting some stuff at the office. Please come in. I'll be right there. Any other questions, Jill? Not really, no. Although... Yeah? If you were to evaluate my performance right now, how would you rate me? Clear and timely delivery of correct orders. Top-notch bartender. Thanks. Now, if you'll excuse me. I'm surprised you haven't met him before. I received my training in another city. Regional supervisor there was some girl with a red mohawk. Ah, I see. I wonder what boss will talk to Brian about. Forgot what voice I was giving her. Jill was it? Or, Jill was it? Ah, Miss Stella. What a pleasure. Are you okay? Yeah, just call me Stella. And get me a big beer, please. Huh? Sure, on it.
Big beer.
Burr.
Beer. 2 Adelheims.
No.
4 Bronson extracts. 2 powdered Deltas. 4 Flannergeeds. 8 Camatrines.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All mixed. Boom.
Big beer.
How's Big Burr?
Are you sure you're fine? You know, say, right? Of course, what's up with her? She was at the Apollo Trust Bank during the whole affair and, Oh. Right. Yeah. So she didn't show up on the list of massive body count after the maths, or in the aftermath, so, yeah. I was hoping that maybe you've seen her, yeah. As much as I'd love to say that, I had. Are you saying meow? Yeah, I figured as much, yeah. You think I'm a cat? Think I'm jumping all nimbly bimbly from tree to tree? No. Man, the air is suddenly a lot heavier. Also, I think she's saying meow. Or is she saying meow? I mean, I could tell her everything will be alright, but that would sound a bit condescending.
Yeah.
Look at her left eye.
Yeah, she's got a mechanical eye.
I never noticed that before.
Yeah, I've noticed that from the get-go. What does one do in this kind of situation? Maybe a joke? Nah, that'd be too tasteless.
Meow.
Okay, just try and say anything. At the very least, you'll break the tension. Maybe distracting her will be enough? I don't think very clearly under this kind of pressure, do I? There was a private eye here the other day. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit on edge now. A private detective, I take it, yeah? Yeah, maybe you'll want his services? What's his name, yeah? I believe it was Art Van No Vondelay. Oh, that art guy, yeah. I actually hired him yesterday to look for Sanya. Wonder how long I can keep this up. So you still have hope. I'm somewhere between bargaining and depression right now, yeah. I'm afraid to let go of bargaining, yeah. I see. Also, you're saying don't acknowledge it.
I suppose we'll be watching Super Troopers later.
gonna change the channel. Cool. Is he any good? He doesn't look like it, but he's quite skilled at gathering intel. Yeah, I believe he'll give it. He'll give me answers about Xenia, whatever they may be. Yeah.
Right now.
Sometimes I wish I had a magic wand so I could solve all my problems with a swing, you know? Sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable, yeah. Oh, sorry, no, it's not about feeling uncomfortable. It's just weird. I usually try to say something with my clients when I see them down. And right now, I can't find any words that don't sound hypocritical, useless, or tasteless. I'm glad to know you have that much common sense, at least, yeah. All I can do is get you drinks. Can I get you anything else? Something sweet, yeah. That'll help me calm down a bit. You know, that is kind of amusing. Gladly. Something sweet to calm her down. So I believe there's this explicitly sweet and soft drink, because having something bitter or strong might be too much. So let's hold Blue Fairy in regards sweets. Oh, no, that actually might work better. Moonblast. So Blue Fairy or Moonblast? Brantini, sweet, classy. Oh, wait. No, this might work better because Say remembered mentioning that this was something she would explicitly like.
That might bring out some interesting memories. This is that drink and say that, or something like that.
Let's hold this on thought. So sweet and piano woman. I'm gonna go with the Brantini. So let's do a big old Brantini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we fit that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Yep. All right. Aged and mixed. Aged and mixed. Boom. Big old Brantini. There you go. Thanks, Nia. Seems you really like Say. I don't have brothers or sisters, and my social interactions are usually strictly business, Nia. So Say's more a friend to me than to me. She's yeah. Sorry I brought that topic up at a bad time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I fucked that up. As I was saying, she's more than a friend. She's my emotional support. She's someone I can trust wholeheartedly, yeah.
But you're the cat. You're supposed to be the emotional support.
Right. I say she's like my sister, but siblings usually lack the level of trust, yeah. I have to deal with high-class pricks of every race and bringing them on a daily basis. Breathe! Yeah. They use a business mask to hide anything they don't want others to meow. And I do the same, yeah. But with Say, I can be myself. I can do whatever I want, vent all my frustrations, meow.
Are you meowing or meowing? Using the crap out of me. Meow, yeah, meow, meow. Isn't that the same thing?
Yes. She's always been there for me, and now she might need me. Yeah. here I am sitting in a bar making other people do that job because I'm a useless pile of flesh now. Sorry about the outburst, yeah. I'm actually kind of jealous of the level of self-control you're using here. I mean, I'd just be a mess in that situation. Still, would you like some fresh air? I'm gonna take my break and you could use some. Well, for a given a value of fresh. Considering we're post-apocalyptic, or not post-apocalyptic, dystopian world right now. I'm fine, thanks, Nia. Okay, then. Also, you went over the limit on saying meow. Gil, please service Miss Stella while I take my break.
Sure, leave it to me.
Meow.
I botched it once, so I get one strike. Day 7 break. It is now safe to keep playing. God damn, it's chilly outside. Also, she said meow a lot. I'm just gonna leave the radio as is.
Is it the next day or is it back from break?
Back from break. I'm back.
What would a kid like you know about that?
I'm just giving you the facts as the Ernia. What happened while I was gone? Let's see. Detective guy comes in. Cat Boomer girl greets him. They start talking. Everything was okay until the girl mentioned Zaibatsu Corp offhand. After that, the guy got riled up and started bad-mouthing him. Oddly enough, he's the only one. She just carried on like it was just a normal conversation. I see. Oh, is that Costanza-looking motherfucker? That's right.
Snoop.
I forgot how I voiced him.
Look at the way he's standing, like his nose in the air, like that.
He literally looks like fucking Seinfeld Costanza. Hold on, let me pull that up for you. Welcome to me playing Sea of Thieves.
Cheater!
It's not cheating when you have to look it up.
Like, oh, I know who this guy is.
See what I mean, though?
Absolutely.
You see what I mean?
Oh my god. It's almost like we did it before. Is there one where he's wearing a skirt? Can we not? Yeah, thank you. Let's scroll past the one where he's posing almost completely nude. Is that something that happened in Seinfeld?
Yes. I like his.
Oh, they're right there. He's wearing a skirt.
Well, that's his
Fourth.
dad. Oh, wait.
Fifth, I mean.
Close enough.
No, the next one. He was wearing a skirt.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. That. It looks eerily like that.
It does. Art?
Yeah.
Name is based on Georgia.
Oh, that's so good. And I'm not gonna lie, he's not a bad character. It's just like it's hilarious that I've taken this long to make that association.
Wait, is Costanza the character or the actor?
I believe it's the character. The actual actor himself. Yeah, Jason Alexander. Dude's a fucking good actor. Like, genuinely, the dude acts really well.
So how's the name Art based on George?
It might be based on a character that he played. Or I'm missing something.
What did Costanza do in the show?
He was kind of a gremlin. It was just that weird, almost kind of nervous wreck, kind of ratty dude. But like, I recall him being like a relatively decent friend to Jerry. in that show. Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh,
Like the actual.
The show.
Oh. This guy. You might recognize his face with this picture. Or that.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's Seinfeld guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, so I was going for like Costanza's voice. Okay, I gotta remember that. I'm gonna do my best to replicate it because my brain. Hold up, there's something caught in my throat.
Yeah, it's called. Oh.
No, I felt like a thing got in the back of my throat. It's kind of creeped up on me.
Like a fuzzy?
Yeah.
I mean, that would happen if you had a whole bunch of puppies in your nest.
I mean, I don't.
Plushies.
Oh.
Plushies, you know, they gain fuzzies.
Yeah, they kind of do, don't they? My little alpha plush. For the record, I have 7 plushes on my desk.
8.
Oh, 8. Yeah, that's right. Because there's one in the subwoofer.
I got you.
So there's a fox that she got me from Walgreens, which was kind of weird because that's usually a seasonal decoration, but it's still adorable.
So that was actually part of the autumn selection, but it was on clearance because I don't base the value of an item based on how much it cost when I bought it. And it was adorable, and he was all about foxes at the time. So
I still am.
I know. I'm just saying, like at the time, it was fox. So I got you fox plushie with scarf.
But yeah, to list them off, right next, in that order, the fox from my right side to the left, I have a fox on the subwoofer, a Bastet cat, Murkrow right next to the speaker, Xatu.
Both of which I got you.
Yes, both of those are amazing. Isabel, Petrolly Knowledge, Alpha from Final Fantasy XIV, and the Garland Ironworks costume, which I'm really happy to get that because that's really hard to get. And Cyndaquil.
Where did you get the Cyndaquil? Was it from one of those?
It's from GameStop.
Oh, I was gonna say, was it one of those plushie machines? The Pokemon plushie.
No, weirdly enough, they don't have big ones on those Poké Center ones.
Right, they had small ones and they were out of the ones.
Yeah.
Damn,
Anyways. Well, the one tonight's I bought Corp is anything but innocent, yeah. When you get down to it, it has enhanced the quality of life here. Yeah. Yeah, but if by enhanced you mean getting yanked around by a shiny new chain around our necks, then can't you see those big companies don't care about us? And he's right. I hate that he's right. I mean, I don't hate that he's right. I just hate that, like,
that's the unfortunate.
That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
Even in this game, like every which way, corporations are not your friend. Oh, fuck! I should have done that. I missed a good one.
Innocent.
Innocent. I need to go through the entire script of the Palicos from Monster Hunter just to get my cat pun groove going.
Also, this talking about corporations not caring is actually really true because I've worked for both corporate McDonald's and, well, this is just an example, but like corporate McDonald's and a
franchise
McDonald's. So the franchises were way better to work with. They don't offer health insurance or just not very good ones, but they hired the better managers for some reason because I guess they're paying properly. I don't know. But yeah, it's always nice working for the franchise and the corporate.
What do you think Glitch City is mockingly called the guinea pig of the world? We're just a big test group for them to use however they want. But then again, I don't expect a kid to understand how hard it is, let alone a rich kid. Doing the weird detective thing again. Ah, well, fuck it. True, I don't know, and true, I have a privilege that clouds my judgment. Yeah. But you can't deny that the Metal League of Zaibatsu Corp has brought quite a few benefits. Yeah. I'm trying too hard now. Like what? The AI integration program that they started is making huge advances in the AI department. Yeah. Every day, more and more countries are seeing the benefits of recognizing AIs as citizens. Yeah. Yes, but we hold the AI reformation program, meaning that we are also the world's Lilum prison. AI went rogue, transfer it to a delivery drone, or ship it to Glitch City. That murderer is now delivering your pizza. A fair point, yeah. Although that program has proven to reform many AIs, yeah. They don't brag about their 88% success rate for nothing, yeah. For nothing. I tried. The city also has a stronger economy, yeah. Zaibatsu Corp's success has made more more and more companies bring their products here, yeah. And the gap between the classes continue to grow. More companies just mean more people who will plant their feet in your face, or on your face. And he's not wrong. This is very much like it's bordering on conspiratorial, but also not wrong.
Like very close to true.
Yeah, like
conspiracy is more like, oh wow.
For those
right.
For those who don't live near or in big cities, this is very much a problem that's actually happening with Seattle right now, where a lot of the laws and regulations in this city are being structured around attracting the wealthier and business owners and all sorts of tax breaks for rich people. But in turn,
cough, only almost $2,000 for rent on an apartment. That's
on a 2-bed, 1.5 bath apartment. Yeah.
Which would usually only cost about $600 a month in most any other way.
Yes. And like, due to them attracting the more rich, they're running out 99% of their not rich population. And the city is starting to see problems and falls and harder living times and people coming here to try to make a living and then going homeless, or people coming here willingly going homeless in protest and just existing to make things difficult for everybody. And it's just...
Or
yeah,
the rich people taking over everything and making it impossible for people who aren't rich to get anything.
Yeah. But it also meows more products are being brought here to lower classes meow. The stores have the 20% more brand variety compared to last year, yeah. Did you just... Don't acknowledge it, yeah. Zaibatsu Corp's main medical research branch has also made lots of discoveries, yeah. More and more illnesses previously thought incurable are being addressed every day, yeah. That was artful with that purr. It's amazing for those who can afford it. Meanwhile, down here, we're experiencing medicine shortages every month. You have a point there, Nya. Oh, but there are also more jobs, Nya. Yeah, but good luck getting them. All of the companies coming down here need more personnel, Nya. So the unemployment rate has gone down by almost 40% this year, Nya. More jobs? Shut up. Am I wrong, Nya? Well, that's... Hey, you! Don't just sit there. Give me a Zen star. Sure. Let's make a Zen Star for the Sword Baby.
Easy.
So can we even make that a double?
Well, you could try, but you'd end up with
No, that comes out as a double to begin with.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I was about to say you can't, but I do believe once it gets past this point, it's a double by default. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A 1, a 2.
So on the rocks,
3.
check, and mix. And oh, we haven't seen that one yet. That looks
like
cool as fuck.
Punch bowl or some shit. A fish bowl.
Also, the whole, while she does have a point about, well, it creates more jobs. Unfortunately, those jobs that are created are going to be asking for exuberant levels of experience that people who are trying to get into the industry don't have, even on an entry level.
It's entry level, but you have to have 10 years of master's degree college, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so
and job experience, but it's entry level, guys.
One of the job postings that I've actually have received, and well, it's not really a job posting. It was an unsolicited email asking if they can hire me for a day, and I'm not gonna say whether or not I'm gonna take that because I can't safely say. But imagine, but like the requirements for that job were requiring like a bachelor's, 5 years of experience setting up small business networking, setting up point of sales terminals, and like all sorts of shit that they were trying to pass off as entry level.
Well, here's my problem with that kind of stuff. It says a job like that'll say that you have to have all kinds of experience. But then when you get down to actually going to the bottom of the barrel and getting that experience, people treat you like you're crap because, oh, they're working that crap. And then you end up with people saying, why are they getting paid a living wage doing the crap job? Because I have to do this in order to get to the higher level. It's a horrible cycle, like what Nexus said. It's ridiculous.
Like both of them are arguing in a circle where they're both right but also wrong.
They're almost canceling each other out.
Not even almost. They are canceling each other out. It's good but bad. It's a cycle. It's an Ouroboros of problems. The snake exists to eat, but the snake is eating its own tail. Thus, the snake is creating a cycle.
You want what? I don't know what it is. Drink.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Here. God, this is awful. It's your order, though, Nya. I seriously hope you don't really believe everything you just said. Of course I do, Nya. Why else would I say it, Nya? You do bring up something I always fail to remember, Nya. All benefits we've gained over the time are limited to a few. Nya. I can talk about advances all I want, but in the end, Nya, there's still luxury belonging to only a few, Nya. And even those that can be accessed by everyone are more like an improvement in the bigger picture, Nya. That doesn't take away the fact that there have been positive changes, Nya. Credit where credit's due, don't you think, Nya? That's a pretty mature answer. Discussions are a way for two parties to understand each other, Nya. Like Stella. The only people afraid of a discussion are the ones that are too fragile, or the ones whose points are too fragile to defend it against someone, Nya. Yeah, mature, whatever. I'm gonna take the chance to ask you about that job I gave you yesterday, Nya. I haven't been able to find much, but I can at least tell you that she wasn't at the bank when it opened up. Also, quick, be right back. This G Fuel is going right through me. Okay, and I'm back.
Take my hoodie. Hot, I feel like I've got freaking. What are they? The lady gets her menopause.
Hot flashes.
I feel like I'm menopausal.
Okay. So, I haven't been able to find much, but at least tell you she wasn't at the bank when it opened up. What does that mean, yeah? She left before the whole thing, ordeal started. Or she managed to escape at some point before the whole thing ended. All the corpses are accounted for, so they only found one totally disfigured, but witnesses identified it. It wasn't your friend, that much is for sure. I seen ya. Did you call him here? No, he just so happened to come here today, Nya. The weird part is the girl did enter the bank. It's like she vanished or something. That's kind of why. Also, the TV is turned off. Skolements Hinshin. There's literally a Skullomance Sentai. That's actually really cool. Well, it looks like Skullomance, but it's probably a Kamen Rider reference, to be quite frank. Nice seeing ya. Thanks. Keep it up, Nya. Your face brightened a bit. Hope it's the last thing you lose, I guess. Yeah. If he's telling the truth, Say might have found a way out, yeah. She's a resourceful girl. She surely did something. You forgot to say yeah. What? No, I didn't. Yeah, you forgot. Oh, wait, what?
I haven't really noticed the difference in the channels, but we haven't flipped through them all before.
Well, I noticed this one's new. But yeah, we're missing something.
What are we missing?
I don't know, I just feel like something is indeed missing there. 'Cause usually it ends about right here. Instead we have this. Huh.
Oh! Is that an alligator?
I don't know, that's probably some weird thing. Oh! That's right! The White Knight channel is gone. That's what was missing. Whoa, that's kind of wild. Or maybe I just never know the Hassie or it happened sooner.
Your mouse, it keeps the finger pointer when you're on the screen on other stuff. Can you click on her ears, I wonder?
Nope.
Okay. I thought maybe she'd be like, hey, stop touching my ears, or something like that. Okay, you can stop now.
I'm gonna click those ears! I think I'll have another drink. Do you want anything, Nya? Me? Just give me whatever you order. 2 bad touches, please, Nya. On it. 2 bad touches. Better make them before I laugh too hard. Bad touch.
Are you gonna make them giant ones?
Yes. I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that there is no punishment for doing giants. Three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the rocks. Mix. Stop. Bad touch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So Asphodel, funny you mentioned that. Nexus can confirm this with me. I actually had a small half-joking Twitter rant about that exact topic. And as somebody who has an entire world lore focused around having animal-eared people that can also be like full-on furry. It depends on like their bloodline density. The only race in that entire thing has just normal ass ears, but there's very particular details that set them aside. The fact that there are people who will draw both animal ears and normal ears, I'm just like, all right, so which ears are the ones that work?
What about the human ears being just vestigial because there was a human in their blood?
Well, okay, so theoretically speaking, I'm gonna finish this drink here before I do this. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the rocks, mix, stop. Okay. So, rhetorically speaking, and putting it in a actual, like, here's how the science of it would work. If human ears exist, there would be no this is going to be super simple. There would be no reason to have the animal ears considered as legitimate, because the ear canal, where it would have it growing normally, would cause a further offset of how the brain is shaped. Because while the brain is shaped very particular for humans, the actuality of it is, if the brain, as long as the brain has the same general mass, it should, theoretically speaking, have the same functional capacity as a human being. Now, if it has both cat ears and human ears, you're running into the problem of, well, now you have to account for where that extra mass, where the ear canals for the cat ears are gonna go. Which is why I sit there and go, if people actually sit there and think about it for a little bit, it turns into a fun discussion. Unfortunately, there are people out there that are fully convinced that it shouldn't be a discussion because you're applying science and logic to cat girls, and you shouldn't have to because, oh, well, it's cat girls, you don't have to give a shit about it. I'm like, no, because if I'm gonna get my rocks off to cat girls, I'm gonna get my rocks off to the science behind them too.
You only want it if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it creates confrontation in your head, and it's no longer interesting.
Conflict in my head.
Yeah, conflict in your head, and it's no longer as interesting as it would be if you understood it fully.
Yeah.
At least for somebody like you who has that need for a good explanation.
Well, again, it just makes it fun to think about and put in scenarios. What's even funnier is, like, there are Toho characters that conflict that exact same thing, where Orin has cat ears and pointy yokai ears, but Ren Yakumo has just fox ears. And Chin also has their cat ears and nothing else. I think. I would have to confirm that. That's a very dangerous aspect, Googling Chin.
At least it's not visible on.
Yeah. So let's pull up the wiki and see what the current artwork for her is. Yeah, so she doesn't have the vestigial ear situation. Even in official artwork for her, she has nothing but cat ears.
Oh, she's adorable too.
Came to so I remember a different discussion I had about with some people I know about if domestic cat girls is slavery. We came to the answer of yes, and the solution of robo cat girls for ownership. Yeah, that's definitely a topic. I would probably sit on the same boat of it being considered like modernized slavery if domestic cat girls were a thing, unless there was a willing aspect, like a kink adjacent relationship, which that's your business in your bedroom on that one, because we can't really discuss that on Twitch. But depends on if they make the Harkness test, which further grays that line and probably makes that discussion come back up, because by that logic, technically owning a pet cat, just a normal ass pet cat, is also slavery for the cat. Like, at least in my opinion, it depends on the, like, the benefits of the pet itself.
Cats are the worst slaves ever.
But you get what I mean. It depends on the like the what, like, how that cat is treated and what you expect of that cat. If they're just like a domestic house partner, like they're just there to exist, like, for comfort, for pets and all that stuff.
Slave.
Yeah, right.
I knocked something off of his desk. Something harmless, of course.
But yeah, if it's just like a mutual, you know, you have the cat there because where are they gonna be that isn't gonna harm them? Yeah, how much cat and how much girl? That's another good one to take into consideration. But yeah, I should probably hit serve on these drinks.
I hope that this isn't timed. Jeez.
It's not.
Oh, that's good.
Remember this one party I went to? Yeah, the guy came up with the name of this drink. The guy that came up with the name of this drink showed up. Yeah. Cole brought up that a cat can't say shit like ooh ooh. After people found that one out, yeah, they lined up to slap him for whatever reason, yeah. They didn't seem offended to me though, yeah. Bad touch! Imagine that guy shows up and tells you, I made a classy bad touch. Wouldn't you line up to slap him? Yeah, are you okay, Jilnia? I'm... I think of it. Did you find that girl you were looking for a week ago, Mr. Von Delay? Turns out she was at the Apollo and Trust Bank all this time. No wonder I couldn't get in touch with her. Girlnia? Someone paid me to look for Crimson Rose, and she happened to be at the... What, Nya? I'm trying to avoid mentioning that a dangerous assassin got stuck in the same bank as the girl you're looking for. Oh, don't worry, Nya. Besides, the last thing I'm worried about with Sei is people, Nya. Why is that? Her attitude is usually so laid back and gentle that she has no problem getting people on her side, Nya. And on the off chance that she has to defend herself, yeah, well, yeah. I once saw her take care of a warbot gone haywire by herself, yeah. She did need medical help afterwards, but she recovered in no time and managed to take care of the bot. Yeah? No, not this time. Is she really that good? She's not only physically fit, but she's also really good with Krav Maga and... You forgot to say Nya again. Something wrong? No, nothing, Nya. I just realized I forgot all about that, Nya. Sei's not invincible. She knows how to take care of herself, Nya. And like I said, she's resourceful, Nya. She surely found a way out, Nya. I just hope she's well wherever the hell she is. You're slipping again.
I feel like I'm getting a bit of a feeling that Sei might be the other person he was looking for, and he's having trouble, like, keeping that from her.
Maybe. She owes me an ice cream, yeah. I thought cats couldn't have anything cold. You want another drink, Mr. Von Delay? Yeah, it's on me. Are you sure? Yeah, order away now. Okay then, I'll have a piano mat. And some brown bricks. Are you sure, Miss Stella?
And you, Miss Stella.
No, I knew Miss Stella. I'm fine, yeah, get his order. So, Piano Man, for the detective. Piano Man 1.
I will be right back, folks.
That's not gonna be a large doable. Say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not doable as large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. On the rocks and mixed. And yeah, there's a good chance that she's probably not actually so far into cat that those ears would have their own canals. Mix. Stop. Piano man. Here you go. So this is what drinking something classy without worrying about the price feels like. All right, I should get going. My contact will arrive at the rendezvous point soon. I'll let you know if I find out anything else, Miss Hoshi. Please do, Nya. Right then. You've been generous today. You made my night with this discovery's unsafe situation, Nya. I'm not totally over it, but at least I got distracted for a bit, Nya. Oh? Well, that's it for me. Good night, Miss Hoshi. Thanks again, Nya. Please come again. You don't mind if I stay a bit longer, right, Nya? Why would I? It's not like you're asleep. Thanks, Nya. This place is soothing, Nya. I'll just sit over there near the arcades, Nya. All right, then. That would be all, Miss Dana. Or Dana. Quite a mess, this situation with, Robert. Honestly, for all we know, that eye is, like, super fucking cool and cybernetic and shit. Like, I'd be down with a cyber eye. Fuck it. Huh. Right, you have a meeting in an hour with MI6 Hall C. Right. Oh, if it isn't Miss Hoshi herself. Hello, ears. Tinnitus has just kicked in. Ow. Brian, Nya. Fancy meeting you here, Nya. I didn't expect to see you here of all places. You know, that is very valid. That is very valid. Are you busy? Mind catching up for a bit? Sure, no problem. Jill, we'll be sitting over here. Let me know if you need anything. Will do. This holophone is an old model, so hanging up is a bit laggy. You can call me Cass, by the way. I'm Jill. Say, you guys give a lot of liberties to my boss. I mean, she's getting away with too much stuff. Or she gets away with too much stuff. She's not hurting anyone. I wouldn't want, wouldn't you say it's more interesting that way? It finally hung up. Whew, it's been quite the day. At least the streets are calm today. What? Okay. I have arrived yet again. Oh God! The majestic Hall of Heroes. Calm until now. We meet again, but we meet again. I should have got that right. We meet again, bartender. You look winded, Virgilio. It's pronounced Virgilio. No, I'm pretty sure it's Virgilio. You said just as much last time you came here. Pronunciations are a silly thing imposed. It's a silly thing society imposes on letters. They want to be free. They want to be pronounced however they wish once. Honestly, I don't think this guy like even knows how to pronounce his own name. So me mispronouncing it's probably, I don't know, probably wrong too. And I just kinda don't care. I mean, I could call him Virgino, but you know. You look winded, Virgilio. I call him Chuck. Oh, excuse me. Fuck.
Leo.
We're all little toys winded by the cruel hands of fate. Just stumbling until it decides not to wind us anymore. And yet, you're the only one in the vicinity hyperventilating. That's I was jogging. Dressed like that, I can jog however I want. Yes, you can. What can I get you? Something fake. Of course. I'm gonna assume Piano Woman is the one.
One that said it was.
Oh, there's one that explicitly said it was fake?
I could have sworn. I can't remember.
Hold up, see if I can get this one. You know, it kind of does, doesn't it?
I don't think it was one of the things. I think it was one of the explanations of that. Wait.
Yeah, I'm looking at the explanations. Traditionally, brewed beer has become a luxury, but this one's pretty close to the real deal. I'm gonna hold beer in mind, but also Piano Woman.
Not yet.
Not yet, not yet. So beer or Piano Woman is on mine. Let's see if I could find another one. What? What?
He rated shows favorite.
Yeah, it's a non-alcoholic. Making sure I'm not, let's see, it's... I think I have an idea of what it is. But I'm gonna hold my thought on that. Okay. So I'm gonna ask if I'm correct on assuming this, and feel free to say yes or no. Frothy water is the one he wants. Because it's fake alcohol. It's not actual alcohol.
This is the one that I said to go back.
And the trainer was dying, so yeah. Thanks for dropping by, Asphodel. I greatly appreciate it, and yeah, I hope my situation improves as well. I'm hoping it's literally just a big fat nothing.
It was good to see you. Thanks for showing up. Stay safe and hydrated and happy and stuff.
Yeah, stay safe, stay hydrated, and try your best to stay out of the heat as much as you can.
And be you as much as you can.
Yeah. Okay, so frothy water was correct. So I'm just gonna give him a big old fucking frothy water.
It's disgusting. Frothy water.
I'm gonna get you a frothy water.
Frothy water.
Age and mix.
Why does this smell like
What the fuck?
Frothy water.
Oh, I guess so. Okay, frothy water is 1 aldehyde, 1 bronze extract, 1 powdered delta. So 2, 2, 2.
Was it my
And
work at some
two.
point? Our order at delivery.
Oh.
Because whenever it says it was in Aquila, that's. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because this goes up on YouTube, so. Okay, mix and stop. Frothy water! There you go. And this is totally not beer.
Ah, yes, just as thick as I want.
Say, Virgilio, where do you work?
I take the noble duties of curator at the Steampunk Museum.
Really? What do you do?
I study everything that comes and keep it clean for people to for the people that visit the premises. But lately my duties have been hindered by the museum's owner.
This stinks of janitorial.
Really?
Yeah. He told me, stop touching the exhibitions. You're going to break them. The nerve of some people.
Huh?
He still fails to realize that I'm the curator there. Without me, all those machines would be rustier than they already are. Why are you giving me that look? Even the visitors get that I'm the one responsible for those. Why can't the owner realize that too?
Yeah. I bet he treats you like a janitor or something like that.
Exactly!
He was hired as a janitor. He thinks it's better than. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay then, time for your next challenge, bartender.
Challenge, he says.
I want purity.
Maybe it's just all amacrine.
Start from the beginning.
There's one that just amacrine.
There is, Fringe Weaver. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Pretty sure it's just Fringe Weaver, though. Yeah. It's supposed to be the punch of the innards. One of these is enough to leave your face red, like, yep. 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 Does not receptor. No, not that one. It doesn't burn as hard on the tongue. They used to actually sparkle, but too many complaints about skin problems made them redesign the drink without the spark. Right? Sweet, light, fruity, and as girly as it gets. Tastes like old chocolate milk. Twist on a pile driver. And so balanced, or you'd think something so balanced would actually taste nice. You'd be dead wrong. All right, so I think it's the Fringe Weaver.
The Fringe Weaver. It's everything.
Oh. Then would it be the Zen Star? Oh, no, wait. He's doing the pure like a girl thing, isn't he? Sugar Rush. Or was it indeed Zen Star?
Can you? I was right.
Yep. So he's wanting absolute balance. Zen Star. Gotcha. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. On the rocks, mixed, done, served.
How is this pure?
It's a drink. It's free from any human sin. It can do no harm. Consciously.
Ah, yes. Beautiful. Hmm? Hey, you, the guy over there.
Me?
Yes, you. Have we met before?
Can't remember. Maybe.
Yeah, I think. No. We haven't met. Ever. At all.
That's an interesting reaction. Ah, Jill, I'll be taking my leave now, Nia. Be careful out there. Thanks, Nia. Uh-huh. Excuse me, have we met somewhere before, Nia?
That face. That eye.
What about my eye, punk?
We haven't met at all. Never, ever. Good talking to you, bartender.
I'm getting the feeling that he's been bad to both of them, and that's why he's saying that they've never met. He's the drink for him.
Yeah. Did you just scare off a client? Apparently, Nia. Well, I'm off. Thanks for everything, Nia. Don't mention it. Now we done for the day? Yep. Quite a few clients considering the whole situation. Yep. Quite a few clients considering the whole situation. Wrong voice. Oh, shit. That Virgilio guy. So you two actually met before? Yeah, you could say that. What? Gil stuff. Don't mind it. Are we talking about to Brian? Well, we're mostly catching up, to be honest. I hadn't seen him in a while, and I offered him a drink when we last met. Or when we met last week. Talked a bit about what to do after the bar closes. Oh, and I tried to explain the situation with Robert here. He agreed to help me out with that one when the time comes. Huh. Oh. I was also tuning up the details for the new employee. New employee? A part-timer. You'll meet him tomorrow. Huh. Him? So what's it got? An adorable guy, if I do say so myself. I suddenly have deja vu.
They might be the kind of person who's taking strays left and right, no matter what their background is.
Yeah. Are you all right, Jill? Yeah. It must be nothing. Brian told me to give you this.
Ooh, $500.
Woo! Yay! Am I about to lose electricity in this game, or do I got another day?
lot of money on anything, so why are you under the bill?
I don't know if the bill's happening today, though. Oh, there's time.
It's just the 12th right now, yeah.
Yeah. No, 20.
Oh, the 20th. Oh, it's backwards. Okay.
It's day, month, year format. Literally, we're the only country that does month, day, year.
Oh.
Okay, so Jill's a bit tense, buying a shoulder massager will prevent her from getting too distracted.
Hi.
Oh yeah, 4. You'll come to work with me. With me to work.
What did I do?
Cat speaks.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just her being a goofball, but I'm just treating it like an actual separate entity.
That's lovely that on Christmas Eve you get a big bill for electricity. Woo! But I guess that kind of stuff doesn't stop on holidays.
No, it doesn't. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here. We did do the 2 days as per usual, or as per anticipated this time around. So, we are going. E. Well, the technical 2 days. But yeah, we're gonna call it here because now is a good time to do it anyways, and we're in between days, and I don't know how long the next day is, and it would also be technically 3 days. But yeah, and with that, to the outro. Wrong meme, square sheep.
My square child is big and strong.
Yeah. So, and with that, we're gonna be calling it here. I will be rating somebody because I do believe AKL Trifecta is currently streaming, and I would love for y'all to check him out. But as per usual, I'll be running the maximum allowed of at time. You're not required to stick around, but it is greatly appreciated if you do. And yeah, I'll be rating after the ads are done. So if y'all want to drop by and say hello to him and give him a shout out, feel free to do so. I'll do the depending on what game he is playing right now, which if he even is streaming at the moment. Hold up, I'm gonna check. Yeah, okay. So I'll do the stream phrase after the ads. So running the ads right now. If you don't stick around, thank you so very much for watching, and thank you so very much for your support. It was a very you know, reeling from the heart start there, which is not a common thing, but I try my best to fuck, I hit a marker button. I try my best to keep it like as entertaining for y'all as possible, but today has been kind of a fascinating start and a fascinating week, to say for sure. But nonetheless, running the ads right now. Stay, if you don't stick around, thank you so very much. Have a good night and stay true to yourselves. And also, if it's hot out there, stay cool and stay hydrated. Have a good night, everybody, and stay true to yourselves. Running the ads now. After the ads, I'll be rating it a lot. Mr. Darrow Phoenix, thank you for the follow. We're in the middle of an ad break, but hey, I appreciate it. If the ads are not running right now. Hello, hello, hello. I'm actually about to raid y'all off to AKL Trifecta, which is a good dude. And
Hey, cool dude.
yeah, he's currently streaming Monster Hunter Stories right now.
Ooh.
Or at least a demo for it, which I have on my Switch. I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to stream the full game when it comes out.
Can you do me a favor? For those who aren't completely aware, can you give a quick rundown of your usual stream schedule?
Oh,
for the week? Please?
Yeah. So when it comes to my stream schedule, I normally stream Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 3 p.m. and running until either we reach the 5-hour mark or I feel at a good stopping point. On Wednesday, we're currently doing Neo Replicant, and on Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday, we are doing Valhalla, and on Friday, we're doing Community Nights. Tomorrow, if I feel up to doing it, depending on what goes on, it'll be Sea of Thieves.
Ooh.
And it will be a hopefully full 4-person crew, and we'll be doing some goofy shit in the game.
Wednesdays are roommate Raven, Joe, and him.
Yes.
Thursdays is just Lockwood and occasionally me if I am able to, and Fridays just him and whoever joins him in voice.
Yes.
I do try to make it as often as possible, but it's not based around me, so I'm just here's a guest.
And I'll clip this and post it on my Twitch page. Also, go ahead and say it.
Everybody, don't remember that if you have any Amazon Prime Twitch subscriptions just floating around in your inventory, feel free to toss it here. We could always use it. It's very appreciated.
If you feel that we deserve it, yes.
Right. That's what I meant. As we've stated before, you're trying to make a job out of this, yes?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to make a job out of this. I've been having too much fun with it.
And, like, it's not that he doesn't want to go out and get a real, like, hard physical job. This is just way less stressful for him, and he doesn't have to deal with stressful stuff as much. And he loves seeing all you guys. You should see his face light up every time he gets on stream and people start talking.
But yeah, anyways, I'm going to do a raid over to AKL Trifecta. He is a very good streamer and a very cool dude. He plays a lot of Monster Hunter. He does some fighting games. Guilty Gear Strive is one that he's been doing on occasion. He is currently streaming Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. So, for the stream phrase, I'm going to type it in chat right now.
Everything that can be meow or nya, you should.
Oh, you know I will.
Although I don't know how Pogdan works in there. Monsties?
Yep. All right. So the stream phrase is time to be the Monster Hunter with your monsties with the Pogdan emote, which is probably going to make some people have a very interesting response. But hey, I will probably be moving all of my emotes to follower emotes and get actual subscriber emotes. Y'all can utilize this, but just copy it and it should carry over. So I'm going to do a raid. If you don't want to stick around, it's okay, but it's greatly appreciated if you do, because that dude does should be getting some love. Anyways, those see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night and stay true to yourselves. Rating in 3, 2, 1. Wait, it's doing the little countdown thing.
Yeah, it does that.
There we go. All right. Again, have a good night and stay true to yourselves. Whoop-pow!
And you can do your own little boop thing at the end.